You don't exist anymore, not on paper, not in any database, not in the memory of anyone who used to know you. Your name was erased, your history was rewritten, your face belongs to someone who never lived. They trained you to vanish completely, and for a long time, that training kept you alive. But right now, somewhere in a building with no public address, someone who used to sign your paychecks just to authorize the last operation you'll ever be a part of. The target is you. By the time this video ends, you'll understand something most people never get close to. You'll understand how a government turns a human being into a ghost. And then, when that ghost becomes a liability, how it erases what was never supposed to exist in the first place. Every level of this goes deeper than the last, but I need you to stay until level 5, because level 5 is the part they never want anyone to understand. It's the part that reframes everything, the part that will make you look at every institution, every authority, every system you've ever trusted completely differently. Miss it, and you'll only have half the picture. Let's go. Level 1. You didn't walk into a CIA recruitment office. That's not how this works. They found you. Maybe it was after a military deployment. Maybe it was during a federal background check for a job you didn't even want that badly. Maybe a man in plain clothes sat next to you at a diner and asked you 3 questions that felt casual, but weren't casual at all. You were selected because of what you already were, not what they planned to make you. Disciplined, unattached, psychologically stable under pressure, low digital footprint, no loud social life, no one who would ask too many questions if you disappeared for 6 months. The early conversations felt like consulting work, vague, comfortable, well paid. You signed documents you weren't allowed to read twice. You were told your role was sensitive, your identity would be protected, and your work would matter in ways the public never sees. That all felt like enough. You told yourself it was temporary, that you'd get out when the time was right. But by the time you realized there was no right time, the door had already closed behind you. And so you stepped forward, deeper into a system that had already decided exactly how far you were allowed to go, and exactly what would happen when you reached that line. Level 2. The training didn't feel like what you see in movies. It was quieter, more psychological, more about rewiring how you think than teaching you how to fight. You learned how to read a room in 3 seconds, how to build a cover identity so deeply that you began to forget which version of yourself was real, how to make people trust you before they ever had a reason to. You were given a new name, a new history, fabricated relationships, a manufactured past that could survive a background check, a casual conversation, even a suspicious colleague. And slowly, without realizing it, you started living inside that identity more naturally than your own. That's when something shifted. Because here's what they don't tell you in level 1. The deeper your cover goes, the more dangerous you become to the people who built it. You start knowing things. You start seeing the architecture behind the operations. You start understanding not just what you were sent to do, but why. And more importantly, who benefits when it's done. And the worst part, you knew. Not everything, but enough. You just chose not to look too closely. That knowledge, that quiet, careful knowing, is the first thing that makes you a risk. And level 3 is where that risk starts costing people their lives. Level 3. The operations themselves exist in moral territory that has no clean name. You were never the soldier who fires in a declared war. You were something harder to explain. You moved through countries that had no idea you were there. You influenced outcomes that would never appear in any official record. Sometimes your job was to gather. Sometimes it was to build relationships that would be weaponized later by someone above your clearance level. There was one night, a city you're not allowed to name, a meeting that never happened, where you understood that the person across the table trusted you completely, and your job was to make sure that trust destroyed them. You started asking questions you weren't supposed to ask, not out loud, never out loud, but inside your own mind. You started connecting the dots between your assignments and the larger consequences that followed. You noticed when operations benefited certain interests that had nothing to do with national security. You noticed when the truth of what happened on the ground looked nothing like the version being reported up the chain. And the moment you started noticing, they started watching you differently, not with suspicion yet, just with attention. But in this world, attention is the first step towards something much worse. You had become too experienced to be trusted fully, and too dangerous to be released cleanly. Level 4 is where they give that situation a name. Level 4, there's a word used internally for someone in your position. They call it a loose thread. A loose thread isn't someone who betrayed the agency. It isn't even someone who did anything wrong. It's someone who knows too much to exist freely in the civilian world and who can no longer be fully controlled through standard means. You started noticing things around you. A car parked in the same spot 3 mornings in a row. A contact you trusted going suddenly silent. A new handler who asks questions that have nothing to do with your current assignment, but everything to do with your past ones. The psychological pressure of this phase is something no training ever fully prepares you for, because the enemy is no longer a foreign target or a hostile government. The enemy is the institution that built you, the people who know exactly how you think, exactly how you were trained to survive, and exactly which methods work best against someone with your specific profile. You can't run the way a civilian runs. They know your patterns. They designed your patterns. You can't trust the people you used to work with. Some of them are following orders they don't even understand, and that makes them more dangerous, not less, and you cannot go public because you don't exist. And a person who doesn't exist can't be believed and can't be protected. Everything you are feeling right now, the paranoia, the isolation, the slow unraveling, they predicted it. They tested for it. They knew exactly when it would hit, and they planned around it. Level 5. Here is the truth that reframes everything you just heard. The system was never designed to protect you. It was designed to protect itself, and you were always a temporary instrument inside a permanent machine. Every asset that gets erased, every operative that disappears, every name that quietly vanishes from the record, these aren't accidents. They aren't failures. They are the system functioning exactly as intended. Because the most dangerous thing to a covert institution isn't an enemy, it's a witness. And what makes this darker than any thriller you've ever watched is this: the people who authorize these endings are not villains in dark rooms laughing about it. They are administrators, bureaucrats, people who fill out paperwork and attend meetings and go home to their families. They make these decisions the same way someone decides to cut a budget line or restructure a department. To them, you were always a resource with an expiration date. The training that made you nearly impossible to find, they built it. The instincts that might help you survive, they designed them. The psychological resilience you're relying on right now, they stress-tested it to know exactly where it breaks. This is what happens inside the deepest level of a system built entirely on deniability. It doesn't just erase enemies, it erases the people who served it. No, not out of cruelty, out of logic, because in a world where you never officially existed, your disappearance requires no explanation, no investigation, no headline, no name on a wall somewhere that people stop to read. Just silence. Clean, permanent, institutional silence. You started this video thinking you understood what it meant to work in the shadows, but now you see the full structure, the selection, the conditioning, the moral erosion, the slow realization, the moment you became a liability, and the cold, bureaucratic machinery that handles what comes next, but quietly, efficiently, without hesitation. Here's what stays with you after this. Every system that asks you to disappear into it, to give up your name, your doubts, your questions, your sense of what's right, is not asking for your loyalty. It is asking for your silence. And the difference between those two things is everything. The most dangerous thing in the world isn't being someone's enemy. It's knowing too much about how their world actually works and no longer being useful enough for them to keep you quiet any other way. That's the level they never show you before you sign.